Jesus Christ. Maraming tao nagpapahayag ng kanilang debosyon, pananampalataya at pag-surrender sa Kanya. Subalit, sino nga ba si Jesus Christ? At sino ang tunay na Kristiyano? Ano ang kahulugan ng pag-surrender sa Kanya? At ano ang tunay na Kristyanismo? Ang kasagutan sa mga katanungang ito ay matatagpuan sa mensahe ni Jesus Christ. At ngayon, ang tunay na mensahe ni Jesus Christ ay ihahayag sa atin ng ating kaibigan na si Gabay Hari Criado. Ang salitang hari ay isang banal na pangalan or holy name ng Diyos Ama na may kahulugan na siya ang nag-aalis ng mga impediments or difficulties sa paglapit natin sa Kanya. At ang kahulugan ng salitang Criado ay tagapagsilbi o servant. Kaya ang ibig sabihin ng Hari Criado ay tagapagsilbi ni Panginoong Hari. Ngayon ay pakinggan natin si Gabay Hari Criado sa ating programang Gabay Hari.
Noong nakaraang lecture sa Gabay Hari ay napag-usapan na kinriticize si Jesus Christ kung bakit he was seen dining with the tax collectors, with sinful people. Sabi ng mga Pharisees, bakit niya kasamang kumakain yung mga makasalanang tao? Narinig ni Jesus Christ, ang sabi niya, yung mga a healthy person is not the one who needs a doctor. It is the sick people who needs a doctor. So in the same way, I did not come to call the righteous, but I came to save the sinners. This is the devotee of God. This is the messenger of God. This is the Son of God. This is a perfect yogi. A person who is experiencing fullness within his heart, that prema bhakti, that pure love for God, become completely absorbed in the service of the person he loves so much, God the Father. Therefore, he wants to share the same happiness, the same nectar, where the living entity is free to get drowned in this ocean of happiness. That, in fact, is our original condition. That is the normal condition of each of us. The yoga practices are methods in order to achieve perfect enlightenment. And only in wisdom a person achieves perfect freedom. Otherwise, in ignorance, he is doomed to suffer the pangs of the cruel laws of material nature. The living entity cannot escape suffering, the pain of birth, diseases, old age, and finally, death. Death becomes the ending of its lifetime. It is also the ending of all material relationship. And it gives the conditioned soul so much pain, suffering. And if he will not learn from such an experience, he will experience the same pain over and over again. When a person follows the process to gain knowledge, to achieve perfect loving relationship, to be engaged in devotional service, a person becomes freed from the main types of desires. The first form of desire is called bhukti. Ang bhukti ay ang isang tao, at ito yung halos tayong lahat dito sa material world, ay naghahanap ng kaligayahan sa material world based on the senses. In other words, kapag ang isang tao ay nakalimutan niya ang kanyang eternal relationship with God, maalis siya sa kanyang natural condition of being full of knowledge. In the material world, yung kanyang original consciousness becomes covered by maya, illusion. The spirit soul, you and me, in a fallen condition, misidentifies himself with the material body. He comes as if the living entity comes under the spell of the witch of the illusory energy. Para siyang isinumpa na makalimutan niya ang kanyang totoong kondisyon, ang kanyang totoong katauhan. He ends up identifying himself with something which is so foreign to him. This material body is not me. This is a foreign element. In the near future, I will give up this material body. Susunugin itong katawan na ito. It has nothing to do with me. But if I am in ignorance, I will start thinking that this material form is non-different from me. This is a big problem. Kung iisipin ko, ako itong mikroponong ito, hindi ba malaking problema yan? Well, the truth is the same. This microphone and this body are both not myself. This microphone and this body are both made up inferior material elements. I am not made up of matter. I am a child of God, a spirit soul, life particle. You are also a child of God. Amazing, eternal, blissful child of the Supreme Being. We are all brothers. We are all wonderful jivas, infinitesimal parts and parcel of the most wonderful supreme being called God. And to become united with Him in love is called yoga. When a person misidentifies himself with the material body, he becomes forgetful of who he really is. He identifies himself with the inferior energy, the material elements, chemicals. This body is made up of chemicals. Kung iisipin ko, ako ang katawan na ito, ito'y napakalaking problema. Yan yung pinaka-root cause. Merong isang Chinese philosopher, Lao Tse or Lao Tzu, says, misidentifying with the material body is the source of all miseries. I will end up trying to satisfy this material body, which is not me. How can I become successful? Sa Bible, merong tinatawag na bottomless pit. Bottomless pit. O parang yung, lagyan na lang natin, parang yung baso. Imposible mong mapuno yan kung yung baso mo walang puwit. Buhos ka ng buhos. Buhos ka ng buhos. Kuha ka ng pitsil, buhusan mo. Wala siyang bottom ba? Walang bottom. In the same way, the living entity cannot become satisfied with material experience. Simply by tingling the material senses. Material experience touches only the senses. It does not really fill up the craving heart of the spirit soul. You and me, we are spirit souls. We are life particle. We are of the same nature as God, who is our Father. And so the Guru, the Son of God, they feel compassion to the fallen souls because of their pitiable condition. End up suffering in the material world. And they are willing to do everything just to save us from this fallen condition. The other desire of the living entity that separates him from the condition of being united with God in loving relationship is bhakti. Under the spell of the witch of the illusory energy, para kang hinipnotize ng isang bruha na, isipin mo, ikaw yan ha. So, iniisip ng marami, ako ang aking katawan. Completely bewildered, confused. People end up dying without knowing what is the real goal in life. Every day, at this moment, people are dying in hospital, suffering the fear of death, not knowing what it is, the fear of becoming separated from the people they become attached to, the fear, the pain of becoming separated from the experience that he became so attached to, of which it did not satisfy him in the first place. So, the fallen soul is really in a pitiable condition. In our original consciousness, by practicing the system of sadhana bhakti, it's all the process to be engaged in the loving service of God. May ilalagay tayo sa ating natural na condition. Ang ating original consciousness, ang ating natural na pag-iisip ay makikita natin sa teachings ng isang perfect teacher. Ang sabi niya, I have no desire to accumulate wealth. I have no desire to enjoy beautiful women. I have no desire to have millions of followers. My only desire is to be engaged in the loving service of God. In other words, a person who become resituated in perfect love for God is not even afraid of being born over and over again, wherever, as long as he can be engaged in the service of the person he loves. Engagement in pure devotional service is superior to everything else. There is nothing superior to be engaged in pure devotional service.
Jaya, Jaya, Jesus Christo. 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 Christo. Jaya Jaya Jesus 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 Christo.